Greetings, Kindred. I am Voivode Maquette, and welcome back to our World of Darkness and the final episode of the core book, Fortitude Powers. We're looking at the level 5 power of Prowess from Pain, which really reminds me of the Tzimisce-specific power, Ecstatic Agony, that was back in the second edition Vampire the Masquerade tabletop game. Like, Ecstatic Agony was always just a fun thing. It's where you can actually give yourself damage and actually gives you more physical power to fight with. I think in the old days it was for every level of damage you take, you gain 2 physical traits that you get to add to your dice pool. So you take a health level of damage, you add 2 dice, and after a little while you just become terrifying. The book says, injuries and impairments now only fuel the powers of the vampire, who grows stronger and faster from each blow, rend or tear received. Only utter destruction can stop one who calls upon this fortitude power. I love the concept of this because at this point in time, I'm really just seeing Ventrue. I don't know why. I could see a Gangrel being terrifying with this power, but can you imagine just that Ventrue who, like, the building catches on fire and he's taking all the damage and he just walks out and just destroys everything. The idea of the boardroom monster really does terrify me when it comes to Fortitude. And also, could you imagine Prowess from Pain with the concept of a Salubri? That would be just amazing. That would be just amazing to see, and I would love to see it. This power costs 1 rouse check. That's it, just 1 rouse check and it becomes active. The system states, upon activating this power, the vampire no longer suffers any dice penalties from health damage sustained, such as physical impairment. Additionally, they can increase 1 physical attribute by 1 dot for each level of damage on their health track, aggravated or superficial. The user's attributes cannot exceed the value equal to their blood surge plus 6 through this ability. So there is a little bit of a cap on that, and that's if your blood surge is 2, you cannot go 2 plus 6. You can't have 8 physical traits when you come to that. But you got to realize there is multiple traits you can fill up. You can do your dexterity, you can do your resistance, you can do, because consider the fact that of what that means, how powerful your character actually can become. And by this point, you've got so many health levels. At this point, you've got so many health levels that it's just starting to bleed over into other attributes. It's kind of nuts. There is an example here. It says Darren has a blood potency of 3, giving him a blood surge of 2. He cannot increase his physical attributes past 8 using Prowess from Pain. So that's exactly what I was just saying. The duration is 1 scene. So yes, again, this is another one of those levels of Fortitude that you actually have to stop and go, I'm going to do this, and then do it. Has anybody used this? This has not come up in my game at all. I have not had any NPCs that I've really wanted to give much Fortitude to. I want my players to be able to handle things, although I can see, like, a lot of these can be very interesting as for SPC use. But yeah, how have you used this? Has anybody out there used Prowess from Pain? I can see the typical thought process is Gangrel should have this. I really do. I can see Gangrel having this probably more than I can see them having Flesh of Marble, or possibly going back and taking earlier levels of Fortitude. But the idea, I don't know. What I see is Ventrue using this, but what I want to see is Salubri using this. I really do. I want to see Salubri being that much more terrifying than they have ever been. I want to see them being terrifying and evil. Anyway, I am Voivode Maquette. This has been the final power of Fortitude located in the core book for Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition. Class dismissed.